massive respect, guys. Massive respect to Chelsea. That was phenomenal. Like, I'm short of word to like describe it. Starting the game, we started on a very strong foot, and come to think about it, we've been in similar situations against Brighton and against Manchester United. And both game, I think we lost. But this time, we were able to use lessons from those games, incorporate them to this game, and we're able to salvage something. Even Arsenal being very good, like they have this season, do not have access to the tactical discipline Chelsea displayed. Um, Chelsea were able to incorporate lessons from those games, and were able to do to manage this game exceptionally. Even with the 10 men, they were still tactically disciplined. And this leads me to the red card. I think part of the tactics employed by Chelsea today was like, don't give Arsenal the opportunity to have the second touch on the ball. After the first touch, go for like be aggressive on them, which is the same thing they did against PSG. They don't have time on the ball at all. Once you control the ball, eh, eh, like the Chelsea players are applying pressure immediately, and it was working. It was working. The aggression was very coordinated and very amazing. And you could see that was what led to Caicedo's goal, red card, I mean, against Man United. And the other thing I want to point out is Moresca, the last two times this happened, you could see he panicked in terms of like substitution, bringing out the wrong personnel to come and like see out the game. And you could see like even when Man United were in their worst form, they were able to win that game easily. And that's the difference between that game and this game against Arsenal. Arsenal are on the form of their life at the moment. And with that, they were still not able to like break Chelsea down. Chelsea didn't change anything. And James was doing the job of probably two players. And that guy just showed how how exceptional he is. We used to underestimate him, like probably due to the injury he has over the years. But that guy is exceptional. There's one thing I used to respect about players that can play one position well. When you try to put them in another position, they fumble or they don't perform as well. But this guy now could play as a midfield to a world class level. That's amazing. Not many players can do that. And now in this situation where you have to like you were covering for someone, it was literally a support for Caicedo and Gusto when Gusto moves forward. But this time it was managing the six area very well. At the point I knew Chelsea after Estava was substituted, I knew we needed a sub. But who who are we going to drop? Everybody was performing like they well drilled. And that's one credit I want to give to Maresca here is adapting, learning, and moving at a quick pace, like adapting to new tactics. And you could see that he's learning from mistakes too. So massive shout out to Maresca. At first, when we hired him, I didn't really believe in him. I mean, coming from a championship club to Premier League, I didn't rate him that high. But over the years, he's growing, and the team is growing. They're adapting to different styles, um, different situations. They're learning from them together. And one thing that even shocked me after the Barcelona game, it stated that I started preparing for Arsenal's game a day before Barcelona. That shows a great mentality by a coach. Massive respect, massive respect. The other part I want to talk about is Sanchez. I've seen the redemption of many players from Rudiger recently, Cucurella, player that have been right off and they just turned everything around. And the next guy on that part now is Robert Sanchez. That guy, we all know what he stands for. But now is doing well. We know he used to be like a very good shot stopper, but now he's adding the element of errors that he used to commit has been is out. Like he made some very crucial save in this game against Arsenal that were amazing. I was surprised. I was thinking probably we there was a clone or something like a player clone from probably Peter Cech. The reflex to dive to that low ball was amazing. That was a good shot, and he was able to save it out, keep it out. The other thing was we all know Arsenal, they have this prowess from corners and set piece, but the way he was collecting them from the air was just amazing. And for us to score a corner from a team that is has really built a reputation around corner kicks is amazing too. And I really is going to keep growing from this place. But the dilemma now is like Chelsea's out there looking for replacement keeper. Do we keep him or do we sell later on? Uh, Let me know your opinion in the comments. He's doing very, very well. No wonder he got the Golden Glove at the Club World Cup. The next player I would like to talk about is Reece James. Reece James is exceptional. For you to be able to play two different positions in world class level is amazing. The player I saw do that was Giggs. Giggs was a conventional winger, and he built his reputation around like in his directness. He just kept going, and when it was later years of his career, when the pace was not there anymore, he moved into attacking midfield and played amazingly well. It was amazing, like playing it. Rhys James is just exceptional. And the rate at which he's going now is undroppable for the World Cup. That's one thing, and I want him to be. I want him to be at the World Cup in summer next year. Another player I would like to talk about is Fofana and Trevor Chalobah. The partnership is actually blossoming. Before we sign Fofana, we all know that he's a world class, is a very good defender, like very, very talented and very, very good at defending. Like he has the talent. And now I think he hasn't had any injury worries like since the beginning of the season, or like before, where like he's in and out of the team. We've not really enjoying that much. But since a couple of games now, he has been performing. He has been performing well, and Chaloba for him to like stepping into the role of Colville when we lost Colville to injury at the beginning of the season was amazing too. Like he's growing, and the way he carries the ball into the midfield, just gliding is fantastic, and that goal speaks a lot. I was disappointed at the beginning of the season. Is it last season? Yeah, last season when we loaned him out to like Crystal Palace. We had to call him out like in January. And he did, he was professional about it. He came back, performed, even at the World Cup, he could perform. And he kept he's keeping the pace. Like it's just growing, and now it's literally undroppable. That goal against Arsenal, lighting and that was just I didn't believe it. But I just saw them running and celebrating. Then I saw the replay. I was like, wow, that was a fantastic goal with 10 men. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Finally, before I finish today, that I want to give massive shout out to the team. Last year we were even older than we had this year. This year we are younger than we are last year. And the team is performing fantastically well. Like the gelling, we just need probably one or two more players to like cement that status of like a good team, very hard to break down. And like situations like this, we're learning from them too. And massive shout out to the team. They improving, and we can see, and I can see the team also winning something, like dominating the nearest future. They they're very, 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 very good. They're getting good. Nobody can deny the fact now. Like Arsenal fans before the game were making mouths, like very mouthy, like blah blah blah. But now it's undeniable we are a good team, and we can only get better. And even this year, I believe we will win at least one proper. And I hope it's the Champions League. And my mind is not in the Premier League because we are not too consistent in the Premier League. And in the cup competitions, I think we're very good. And the team is set up around like preparing for particular games at the time, and the tactical mastery, everything is just there. So I think even this season, they're capable of winning a trophy. I'm not putting the pressure on them because they're still very young, younger than last year, like I said. And yeah, the match, though it's a draw, I'm a little bit gutted we didn't get the 3 point because we had Arsenal in our like we had them there to take, like, to kill the game off early. And that's the part of experience where it comes in. Like that chance to Estefan and the other, I've forgotten the other guy that, yeah, Enzo Fernandez. That if it's like a proper striker, probably, I don't know. There's a way strikers will control that ball. Probably one touch shot, like not controlling and shooting would have been nice. The lap didn't really was not effective. Probably it's not match fit yet. It's not sharp in my own opinion. But I think as the season progresses, it's going to get better. Most of our players are coming back. Isugo is back, Palmer is back, and I think by next game he's going to like feature in the game. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Disappointed we couldn't like get a win or something, but we Arsenal will feel lucky to like go get away with a point from Stamford Bridge. So massive shout out to Chelsea. I'm looking forward to the next one. So this will be the end of my videos today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button for my next video. Thank you, everybody.